against Giants, live from Berlin. And these two teams
Vitality are pretty good as well. Okay,
here.
let's
Fnatic
talk about this game though.
with that
Fnatic on defense, Giants on
certainly
attack.
not
This
an
is
easy
Fnatic's map
fix
pick.
to be had coming into play, that KJ.
And an interesting role to fulfill in general, right?
Okay,
So,
so we take control, we alarm bot close, and we just hold this. At the same time, we do the... It's interesting, this is the further back wall, and it just... This further back wall that they're doing in terms of Giants just means you have more space to get out here, right? It doesn't block heaven, but a lot of the time you're just trying to ensure that you can get out of B control early. So yeah, that makes sense in terms of trying to take both this map control and this map control, right? You can use the recon for here, and you can use just the wall to get out here. So nice pressure applied for Giants. Question mark, question mark.
Yeah, slowly but surely. And you can just about see Boaster starting to lean this
How can the casters are so quiet now?
There's the first bit of information found.
Let me turn Pansy up slightly.
Cleared, but it should at least call to attention some of these Fnatic players, but we do still see the lack
maybe
of
that's better.
here.
What's interesting is actually...
So they break the alarm bot as well, and look at this though, Fnatic realized they didn't do the insta-hit, so Fnatic are pretty confident.
Fnatic have 4 players in position to greet this A site hit. And actually the wall going up preemptively as well.
Yeah, so much utility still to play with as well for Fnatic. Really nice positioning here. Should be at least good to posture for some danger, but actually finding nothing for it. Hoodie the first
Keep
to
an
try
eye on
and
the
draw
time.
blood.
They got a
There's
plant in
Durka
10.
on the other side. Quickly dealt with, but 10 seconds now. Eyes towards the time at the top of the map.
Holy hell, this is crazy. That's from Kamek, starting off, getting 2 kills for him.
In the end, and running that low, but without any intention behind that fake. Really was the downfall of Giants.
Like I said, not even really with a probe behind that alarm bot contact, so there's nothing to really sell the presence.
Yeah, it's definitely a good call from Boaster.
Fantastic read, preemptively getting bodies in place to defend this late round hit from Giants.
Lovely little push and pull there between kind of Leo and Kamek, just swinging off the back of the contact. Really nice, not looking too
we like that.
threatened,
Oh boy,
even
wall
by
has
our
been
presence
invested
late game.
early
So,
on.
Again, going through this, we will just be seeing very traditional
Again, when people invest this wall, I have never ever seen a fake.
Just gonna run classics into this.
Out of every game I've watched, I've never seen a fake with this wall. Everyone insta hits A, so I would so be fine in terms of a rotate. This has some legs.
I say just classics, but he's found the opener here. Can they follow through and find Durka as well?
Look at this lovely work again, Leo on the bailout.
Nice recovery.
So beautiful to watch when he does this sort of work. Again, it's not
Boaster's
the
just
fancy
swimming in
stuff
assists
sometimes
from
for
the
Leo,
wall. Oh my god, Boaster
as
got
they
so many
Farah
assists here, it's
Fnatic
crazy.
unfazed. Yes, they lose Chronicle, but not a single.
Okay, they're going to
real
throw this
threat
away.
after that.
They did their normal Fnatic buy. They're going to throw this away, and they're going to buy a gun and buy a rifle, right?
On that first blood, other than creating a man
Right?
advantage. See, let's see how the funds will settle here. Leo buying down
They might
to
keep it.
450.
He's on 5 assists already.
Too much of a concern, but
Yeah, but they do a weird thing where they don't. They
They
do a weird thing on their bonus when they used to play. They throw it away. See,
just take power up round 3 coming in.
it's almost as if I know what I'm talking about. Almost,
across
chat.
the board here for Fnatic. So obviously the only gap being Leo's funds to take away from this.
I do want to see if Giants potentially try and pressure towards Kamek here to see how well
Well,
he responds
it's interesting, right? If the anti-strat is to target what you would assume is the weak link in this, and obviously fulfilling the killjoy role, there's an argument to be made around obviously the macro element.
Okay, a lot of damage done early here. So we actually, this is interesting. We actually call this Giants. Like this is a giant. This is set up, and the first time we saw it was from Giants. I'm pretty sure it's from Giants. Maybe it's another team.
Mini at the helm of this team. That's not something they're going to have overlooked.
No,
But yeah, it's very nice. You can play on top of here. Even if your Sage, your hair doesn't actually show on top of this, so it's real nice. It's a good little setup. And then this person takes contact, and when this person takes contact, you uncrouch from this position on the end of your wall. It's a nice, simple setup.
Noted. They've invested over towards the A site instead. Chronicle will be the one potentially here.
Well,
Bit of a gamble from
Fnatic. Now
Fnatic.
want to almost play anti-plant initially or stall a little bit on B side.
Try
so
or tree.
they can commit
I guess
to this
it's
setup
try,
right now.
but maybe it's tree.
Kamek could be the one that is gonna
Thank
be
you so much,
tested.
dude.
Yes, Chronicle is there.
2
Timing
months
to
in
allow the
Slug Club.
cross, but you can see the
Okay, they go for
damage
the
being
slow mid crunches, obviously, as they
Swing onto the
go
slow
into the
wall. I
slow.
think he would have been
Okay, a
rewarded
lot
there,
up to
but
the new boy here.
tempering his aggression for the time being.
again maybe not wanting to make errors here. You want to be that safe player, but the site's now under contest. You got issues, the spike's going down. Can you deny it? You are so close to this. First kill found, and the second not quite there.
Second not
Good
there, but
trade
damage
for
has
Ryan.
been done.
And
21.
now the time on their side, Giants need to dig their heels in, but Chronicle and Durka are breaking down the door, and we're now just down to very few players remaining. Cloud and Fatino, what more can you do?
Actually, Fatino going to find one from under tube here. Fnatic got to be conscious of this, but Chronicle going to clean things up. Cloud now left to try and recover the situation. It's not a good plant for him. He has to reposition, gets back to yellow, finds a kill as well.
Great shot, but the defuse, it's next in line. You're going to know Durka, but you know the defuse is happening. Oh, my word, Cloud!
Oh, that's so unlucky.
No! Denied by Leo!
Really good try from him.
Keeps his composure, keeps his cool, and doesn't even break a sweat.
Nicely done from Fnatic. That's their bonus. And again, they have a very good way of approaching the defense. Heavy prioritize rifles into the bonus, and it's as close to a full buy as you're going to get, really. Ben, thank you so much. Ben, SDB, thank you so much. Do appreciate it. 3 months in the sub club.
It's awkward to actually set up in a
appreciate you, dude. Chat, you know what to do. Let's see him. Okay.
Fnatic will start
Giants did buy light armor themselves, so in terms of what would normally be the second eco for them, they can actually force out around here because of this, right? Light armor. Have you noticed in Europe how just everyone is using it as well?
Here to potentially try and find.
We saw both teams at the beginning use it to an extent, maybe not as strict as Fnatic do, but to a good level. And then now Giants as well. So far, that's 4 out of 4 EMEA teams using the 25 armor.
I haven't seen Giants really being able to pull Fnatic around the map just yet. They've either gambled it incredibly well, or they've worked off the information that they found very early on here.
Luke stutters as well. Thank you so much, Luke. Appreciate it. Oh my god. Luke stutters with the prime. Thank you so much as well. And Polak. Dude, this is 15 all in one day. 10 extra gifted from you.
And a whole different look here. This time it's Boaster. You're going to see a different look every single time.
10 extra gifted from you. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to wait for this round, and then I'll read out some of the names. Chat, let's get some slug approves in. Thank you so much, man. Polak, 15 altogether, 10 right now.
Kamek. Close unison here. Durka could be caught off
Hello.
guard, actually. Rhyme.
Really nicely done. Okay, time is everything here. They had a decision here to make in terms of who rotates out of these two. Keep an eye on the time again. It's going to be so hard to plant. Remember, they do not have a Sage, so it's an absolute nightmare for them to plant. So they really need to decide what site to hit, maybe before there's 20 seconds.
Put a bow on it, put a fork in it, whatever one you do. This is done, Durka. Just doing the damage.
Good amount of damage as well.
Fnatic
really
so
good.
far are reading Giants
so in
like
terms
a book,
in terms of loss bonus, right, 2-9 on top of all of this, so they won't be low buying into this one, just going to be ecoing. Okay, Polak, thank you so much. Welcoming into the sub club, we have I, Nina, All Day Bro, Murky Joe, Poodle, Nope, Spoodle, Skygrim, Underdog, 534, Vish, Battered Puma, and Janusz. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. If you got gifted, please say thank you over towards Polak.
Such a rough spot to try and commit to that.
Appreciate you, dude. Thank you for doing that. And on top of that, S Mac Naughty with the Prime, 7 months, and Tannis22 with the Prime as well. And another one, Valorant underscore noob. New members as well into the sub club. Chat, thank you so much for all of the support today. It's kind of crazy. A lot of new members as well using your Prime on me. I do appreciate that.
Every now and then you might keep it, but I mean, Giants need to adjust drastically. Their default is doing absolutely
rough start
nothing.
for Giants.
Let's talk about what you want them to do. Were you talking about more aggression?
Fnatic are really scary when they win pistol. Both Fnatic and Na'Vi are very scary when they win pistol. They've really kind of nailed that that anti-eco and their third round down. I feel like their conversion of the bonus round is a lot higher than other teams, especially if we just look at lock-in onwards.
Again, leave that up to
Dealer's choice,
exactly.
DMF234, thank you so much as well, dude, with the Prime. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you for that, 2 months.
There's no pressure anywhere at any other point of the map.
Okay, let's see what they've got for the timeout. Like we said, they are just going to low buy into this one. They do have some ults, but maybe they want to wait until a round they can use this. Nice bit of early damage done. Or at least attempted damage. I thought it was pretty cool. Quite a few Lion was still brought in.
bit of threat into this round.
Ultra 9 as well, new member of the Slug Club. Welcome in, Ultra. Ultra 9 with the Prime.
But it hasn't been early round pressure. This could change just off the back of Fitinho popping the ult, but it's slow progress from Cloud.
That's a great
work.
start. That is the gun down though, but easy to collect if they want to.
Durka makes a meal of it, but it's fine. Still no threats to be made. They can't springboard off the back of this.
Okay, they pick it up. The worrying thing for me was they used some ults into here. Oh well, used one ult into this, so I'm a little bit worried about that. They are going to go back over towards here. They've got a lot of map control, but again, it's still hard for them to get a plant, so they probably need to take some map control. We'll see. That knife is the go sign, so we might see a faster rotate. All of this is a question mark at the moment, right? So that's why they're going slow in terms of the rotate. So Boaster's just checking everywhere. Aeolus, thank you so much as well.
He still gets the kill though.
Come off it,
yeah, again, no Sage, no wall. You can get the plant sometimes, but a lot of the time you're going to die when you go down.
You can already see the wrap coming in as well.
Aeolus, dude, appreciate that.
Small for Giants.
Kostia,
has to be the saving grace to this. Hoodie's dead to right. Apparently not. Somehow
Kamek does stick the landing, but it's twice now where maybe he should have had a smooth time.
No.
He's trying to buy time for the Cloud Burst to expire. Just can't find the first. Fnatic will find their fifth.
Oh boy. Well,
oh man.
It happens to the best of us, chat.
That's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Oh.
We saw a whiff into a whiff.
It's tough as well the timing. Again, Nuki finally actually successful with the plant, but again, this is what I mean. It's so precarious to rely on some of these dry plants here. I mean, Nuki hasn't even got a chance to get away.
No, it looked like he was dead to the second he planted, and there's that moment. Crowd actually laughed. That's devastating.
I think that was Durka's laugh.
That's even worse.
At least it wasn't like a super easy winnable situation. It's pretty. It's not too bad to shrug this one off. Super aggro with the recon that goes behind and the ult itself, and they get the kill. I love this round from Fnatic. Again, Fnatic
starts to explore, starts to exploit, just throws the spanner in the works.
Fnatic have a set way of playing for sure, and a lot of teams approach this in the same way. But when Fnatic have ults up, they do have a lot of set rounds for it, and stuff like this is kind of what makes them great. And honestly, they have a good amount of them. So yeah, nice set round with the Sova ult. Yeah, I thought this was cool.
Come across, but look at it.
And also, good time to kind of change the speed and the style of play here. They haven't done much aggro. Giants get their third buyout because they have light armor, and yeah, it was nice.
I don't care what it is. It looks like
the angle from danger could be a problem.
More space. Okay, that's what
this is looking pretty good at the moment. If Chronicle can stay alive and get this kill, they can get this res.
Leo gets challenged though. Nuki taking the site and taking the names. This ain't bad at all from him. And if we need another round, maybe it's Nuki.
That duel might be everything.
Rhyme
is really low HP.
Expectations. It's a 3v3. Lockdowns just come in, so time once again being purchased.
Yeah, this attack Killjoy ult, I think it might have just sealed it.
Might force Fnatic away and just make this a little bit more difficult.
On top of this, they have double Viper Molly. Oh boy, why is everyone facing?
Respond, it's just Hoodie.
Lineup, he's got to bank on this Hoodie. This best be good. Don't overdo it. I think he's done this just right, but the wall there is making him nervous, and Hoodie needs to be sure. He needs to
gone too far?
Sure, this is correct. Whoa, no! The time!
He's got it.
Oh, that's an absolute blunder.
I mean, he tries to bounce.
That is an absolute blunder. Why have they all faced like this?
There's no reality that
there is no reason to do any of that. Maybe
it's a high-pressure scenario that. I don't know, but this round feels like a fumble.
It's a throw.
Fitinho and Rhyme.
I don't want to say throw, but it feels like a massive fumble.
It was the best chance they'd had. They invested so much around that too.
I mean, the only thing that's left coming out of that is the Hunter's Fury. You can
that sums it all up.
You look at on paper, you take a screen
that really sums it all up.
As soon as that lockdown comes in, you're like, yeah, they're closing this one out.
That's a win. And Durka's been given
I've got no excuse for that one. It was just awful, chat.
He can just sit here posted. He can be the alarm bot. He can be the early system that shoots a little better and hits
Like
a
I
little
like to look at
harder.
the I like to look
Giants
at the
taking the
plus
space
sides
again.
on
Can they
everything.
actually
I got
challenge?
nothing for that.
Concern
It was
being this
awful.
A clearance comes so deep and so slowly that Durka's going to have the space to exploit.
Yeah.
And he loves
Just
doing
pure
that.
greed to try and get kills.
The next step actually being, if they post them up in B main, allow a little bit of the time to burn
Does he get
away,
seen?
force Giants into a slow clearance. Oh, should have been
Okay.
rewarded with that one,
But
but
he knows there's 2 players there now as
Yeah.
well. This is big info. Off the owl drone and the contact towards KJ, you now know that there is a little bit more presence than maybe wanted, but now seeing others on the other side, Boaster going to put together a little bit of a picture himself. Is there any room to be trying to exploit anything? Coutinho tries to play the smoke, does get Boaster down, but the trade is there, so Fnatic not really letting any control of the site go.
first time we've seen a mid-split here. Hoodie's all the way through. Cloud picks up Durka on that flank.
Okay. They have
Hoodie's position
they have
becomes
another
so
good chance.
important now.
Okay, good work. That's
Dude,
one. Needs a little more.
they're actually
though.
getting a lot of space at the moment in terms of their larks.
Leo moving in on the space, now gained back Chronicle. Trying to clear through.
That's
Still know there's
one from
dangers
Hoodie and
behind
one
them,
from
they just
Nuclear in
don't
terms of
park
getting a lot
their
of space
enemies,
over
and there it
towards
is.
B.
One. Finally.
I wonder if...
Yeah, finally.
Okay, Hoodie has done
Okay,
a
let's
lot
see
of
if we
damage there. This should
see if
be
Leo can somehow win this one.
miracles from Leo. A 1v3. Nookie chunked. Rhyme down low HP. First contact and he gets traded. Great
Okay.
spacing, good swing. Do not
If we're
give Leo
Fnatic,
a
I'm very
second
interested to
to
see,
breathe.
because
On
at
paper,
least 2
yes, that's
rounds
the
now,
first
they got
round,
away
but
with the
that's
other
the
round,
best
right?
round we've
The round
seen
before
from
this.
Yeah.
In terms
That's
of
2
setup,
rounds
in
now
terms
where
of early
someone's
round
got a bit too
intentions
much
and what they
space
want to achieve.
over
Hoodie,
towards B.
making that
I
position work
want
off
to
the rip.
see them
First time
fight a
we've
bit
seen
heavier
it,
for B
and it
main.
delivers.
Well, you've been asking for it since the very start.
Or
of
at
this,
least something over
discussing,
towards
okay, is there an
yellow.
option to try and
Right,
exploit
even if
Kamek
it's just
being
the
in
same
this?
wolf
Is
thing
he
we
less
saw
comfortable?
earlier.
Is there space to be had?
So yeah,
but
we'll
even
see.
just the idea of
Timeout?
splitting
Is
one
this
of two
Mini's
sites
timeout?
the
Because
main
he's going to be
aspect.
saying what I'm
Comes from
thinking.
now, actually, this comes so
I
late
guess
on
it
the half
isn't,
that
unless
actually
it's
we
just done on
swing
the
into
sides.
camp of what's Fnatic's adjustment. How they
But
now
yeah, I'm
address
pretty
this,
sure.
and then actually Giants have to re-explore some of those protocols that just have been absolutely
They're just going to approach B
missing
main
so
a bit
far in
differently. Yeah,
Icebox.
Mini's saying the same thing.
Timeout.
He's
Actually
seen
coming from
he's seen
Fnatic here.
Nuclear
Yeah.
get pretty aggro, and then
Doubt
he's
they're
seen
sweating
Hoodie
too
get
much
pretty
about it.
aggro
Maybe
over
just
towards mid
discuss
and
some
one
of
over
the things
towards
that
B.
Giants are looking
He's
to
just
switch
telling
up
them
here.
now to just shut down
Maybe
over
this is where
towards
we see the
B.
adjustment of Durka.
Maybe.
Or at least
I mean,
play
they
it a little
have
bit
such
differently.
Depth to run into this, even with a stand-in. Yes, a little harder.
It
to
might be
maybe
something
make
different
work
towards middle as
without
well, we'll
Alpha
see.
there. But even with that in mind, they should have a lot of options to run to, and even just
Also,
noting what
big
just
fan of
happened as
this,
well.
calling a
I mean, I can't
timeout
say,
so
obviously,
early on,
Alpha,
right?
traditionally the one to pick up
Okay, let's look over
most of
towards
that
here
area
and here
that
and
I'm
see if we
talking
see
about
anything
Giants need to
different.
focus on.
Durka's
So
moving over
whether or not
towards here,
Giants
so it
now
looks
will
like
find
it's going to be a lot
the chink in
different.
the armor, so to say, and they want to try and exploit that a little bit. If that trend does continue, my eyes go straight back to
So yeah,
what
just
Fnatic
a
want to
straight
do
up
with the early
switch,
round.
right? They felt like they've been sussed out, straight up switch. Been giving them too much space here.
Sorry,
Mini
it's not
realizes
been
it
dealt
now,
with in
punish.
Kitchen once.
No, it hasn't.
Those are that's the checklist.
So yeah, they're literally fighting for it, so this is what I wanted to see.
Inherently achieved immediately.
Oh,
on
that's
the
the
back
molly
of
that goes off the back wall, right? And
That's
then, oh no, it's okay. It's just the normal one. That should take down the
Sure, it does actually
Killjoy
remove the
turret,
turret.
so that's pretty nice.
And that's certainly quite indicative of pressure to come following that.
So that's at least pressure.
Like
Like we said, different wall to get them information, but at the moment, Durka has disrespected it.
Utility, usually it's not a massive call for adjustment or call to action for Fnatic.
And that's quite, I guess it's echoed what we've seen throughout this as well. There's not been intention behind clearing some of the utility, which Fnatic have been checking, which has been allowed for so many of these rotations to be in the right place. So it looks way more all in though this time from Giants. Yes, they've dealt with that mid utility.
It's a big
little bit,
knife,
but
right?
it's-
They hit the Viper,
quite
so they get
simplistic.
good
This was the round,
information,
but
and they
did
just
see
know
the
that this
adjustment.
wall can't
Durka
go
towards
down
B main.
for a while,
He's
so they got like
traditionally
8
been
seconds
towards
of...
right towards Nest and challenging
time to
ahead
play
of this
with.
hit onto
What is
A
that
side.
hit
This
off?
time around, can't dip his toes, can't find the first blood.
Might have missed their opportunity here. We'll see.
They find
That
anything
could have
else, a
cost
little
them.
angle for
They
Coutinho
could have got more
to play
space,
with
in my
here.
mind, from this.
But it's commit to open up, Chronicle to double down.
Okay, Cloud only good for a trade here. Fnatic somewhat off tempo to this, have retaken the site now. Durka's here. Great
Nice round from
spacing and
Kamek, though.
Work
But-
from Kamek, even just to swing back in. Yeah, this is looking
Durka.
wrapped up Nookie.
Holy hell. But
Not
it's
gonna
so fine for
happen,
him to go
Leo.
aggro. He
Instant
didn't have a gun,
response.
he just had
And that was
knives,
the,
I'm pretty sure.
I guess first time we've really seen
So
an
this
opportunity
was actually
to hit
so fun.
that site, Mike, but
Yeah,
once again,
Giants missed
still
their window
struggling
here,
to get
right?
on
They
there.
hit the
Maybe
knife.
this is a little bit misdirection.
They hit the
Let's
knife,
deal
they
with
had
this
to send
turret,
it.
make them think that we're going to push towards G.
Yeah,
We're going
maybe
to
we'll
try
run
and
that
drift
mid-split
into it.
again,
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But like I said, the fact that it's the nano swarm.
They
to
just
deal with
waited,
the
and then
turret,
they decided to do all of this
no
when the wall
confirmation
came
of
up.
presence behind
And then we
it,
had
that
Viper
almost
mollies.
doesn't force the hand of Fnatic. All it requires is a
Offquake,
slight
thank you so
adjustment
much,
from
man.
Kamek to come and pick up the slack where that
Two
turret's missing now.
gifted subs altogether. Appreciate you.
Quite
And
genuinely for him, him as a first game coming
Sipper
in here,
Jung. I
playing the
think
role
that's how
very
we
well.
say it.
hasn't really
Earthquake,
had much of a
appreciate you.
challenge in
Thanks
that
for doing
aspect.
that.
Yep, utility on point. He's delivering numbers-wise. It's a big positive.
And here we see the adjustment tested. Didn't
Okay,
get to see
still
that
trying to
chance.
punish, going to the same thing. Now they're going to go back to B, and this is just all a bait. So I love it. I love the idea. They are all over it though. They knew this was coming. That's very nice.
And Chronicle's now in danger. Denied the wall for safety, but does get to slip away.
I think the drone spotted him on the cross back, so they should know that yellow's fairly safe for the
So
time
yeah,
being.
good awareness.
No mid lurk though this time. Once again,
It's
all
all
in
in.
through B.
It's all in.
Still becomes
Now,
the
does
same
that suit
issue
Fnatic?
over
It
towards
could be
B
a big benefit.
of
Yes, they now have these 2 rifles.
we
Loki
have
and
no
Cloud
Sage, so it's a
knows.
bit harder to plant, so
Tinho
we have to try get some
Should've
map control.
spotted Leo there.
I think that's a
And
black
Yeah,
wall
oh
saw
moment.
each
dear.
other on radar.
Yep, absolutely was. Leo gonna punish, and now Cloud gonna be on the receiving end. Still a good shot and still a lot of danger. Ryan picks up the rifle. It's being filtered back through, so down to a 3v3. Next fight, 2 isolated. No attempt at a trade. Nuki overextends to try and finally secure this site, and the Viper's Pit goes up.
Well command behind that as well.
Let's see what Hoodie can do. Double
Yeah,
molly.
45 HP,
Double
almost
molly,
want to see
picks up a
him
gun,
throw
has a
life on
smoke
the
as
line,
well
try
if he
and
wants to
find a
chip
trade
down
here,
the
but backs away now on his
HP
sheriff in
any
hand.
faster.
I don't know what the plan would be here if you're leaving Hoodie like this.
That's one molly gone.
Just trying to secure the backside of the ult. I don't know. Hoodie has so many angles to worry about now. Tries to weave.
He's played
through
this
a
very
little
well.
closer, and none the wiser, like ships in the night. They pass each
Yeah,
other,
nice,
and
nice.
instantly
They
Boaster
considered
just
everything.
dips in and
Boaster
finds
is
him.
very
What?
smart. He waited so long for this.
Oh, that's
Boaster is very,
another
very
round you look
smart.
back at. It's, yes, the
There was an
investment comes at the
interaction
right time,
over
but
towards
the value
like the
behind
top of
this
this
rifle
wall, and basically they
Giants
both
aren't getting
came up
deep
on
enough.
each other's minimap. I'm just going to
It's
quickly
fully
describe it.
expiring,
So
then Fnatic benefit off that grand
let's watch a
reveal.
replay
They
first.
find out- I
You see
think
this?
2 kills on the
Okay,
back
it's
of
cool
it.
that we saw it.
Fortunately,
So basically,
Tinho
the way
not
that the
able to actually
Viper wall
solidify
works
that position
is
in
this is
danger.
what everyone has
Once
on
again,
their
Chronicle
client,
gets that res
right?
online
But then there's
at
a
the
little bit on
perfect
top,
time in
right?
the
And this is
round.
just the waves.
Just
And
after finding
the
the
wave
kill,
is different
Lost
on
make that
everyone's
advantage
screen.
even
But in
greater
terms
for
of what you
Fnatic.
see on the minimap,
And like I said,
this
Giants are
wave bit
tricky
is
spot.
always at
Looking
its
the 45
lowest.
HP, has to
So
give the rifle
you're
across. They
you're
can't
always going
make
to see
use
the
of the
person
no
on the
command
minimap
in terms of putting Nuki on
like
the front line,
earlier, if that
challenging.
makes sense. So like this is
Just not
actually how it
lining
sees
up
it on the
Giants
minimap,
here,
and like it's
and
always at the
scoreline
lowest, like it's just a
definitely
straight
reflecting
line,
that.
and this is just like an extra
This
effect.
has been
So basically,
marvelous
when
from
you're looking
Fnatic,
over the
very
top of them,
enjoyable.
you're gonna see it.
But not
does-
tested.
It might be
No,
up here,
that's the sad
but on
factor.
the
I
client,
kinda
it's
wanted
actually
to see
like on the
Giants
actual
come out and
server,
kind
it's
of-
down
I
here,
know
so
it
you
sounds
see
a little
them on your
nasty, but
minimap.
test the
And
standard
that's what happened here
pressure,
for both
that
of them.
potential sore spot, right?
So it
Like,
came
I
up on the
think that's
minimap
such a
even
good
though
way
they
to
didn't fully
potentially
see each other.
test out those options,
Or they
because
could
I
have
do
seen
think
each other,
Alpha
and
plays
we
such
don't
a
know because
key
it's
role
different on
within
our client
Fnatic.
than it is
It's
on
very
their client.
hard to get that timing right.
And he's a power player.
He
He's a
absolutely is.
fragger.
He is nasty with it. Now we do see.
Is this gonna...
hopefully
Okay,
not the
so this is
all-in.
a
I
shock
wanna
for
see
here,
more
but they've
pressure.
moved their
I wanna
alarm
see a
bot.
lurk. I want to see something here. Dirk looks more than equipped to deal with that late A.
This is a
every
good
single
attempt for
time.
Giants,
Nuki
and
has
also
shown
just a
behind
nice
the
shout out to
ability. This is
Fnatic.
different.
Fnatic in terms of Alpha would always put his alarm bot here or inside, and he just switches it up. This is the first time I've actually seen more of a defensive one, and it's to dodge their shocks there. So nice attempt for Giants. Again, Fnatic one step ahead.
Dirk has repositioned much deeper here. He's on top of screen, so I was going to say Rhyme's going to have to dig very deep, be even more diligent than the first time, but Chronicle there.
30 seconds left.
Dirk is actually unnoted as of yet.
Important
Every single
duel
time
coming
this
up
has
here.
happened,
The dash
Fnatic
would have
have known
seen
it's a
the
four-man
killjoy,
hit
I
group.
think.
But I quite like
Hey,
that
this is
they've
looking alright for
almost
Giants.
gone for
They
a
need to
fact-finding
somehow
mission way deeper towards CT,
kill
trying to take
Boaster,
some
though.
spells
Look at where
space
Boaster's
elsewhere.
repositioned to.
But yeah, where the hell
Boaster's
is...
behind Giants.
Yeah, Boaster might
Okay,
have
but
owned
the
them.
bomb's going to come in 10
Wait,
seconds.
nicely
though,
done,
and this
Hoodie.
time he gets found. Hoodie wise to it this time. And now a 2v3. Chronicle and Leo trying to work the space
Cloud
back in towards his plant.
has... Oh, and he's just cleared this
Cloud
out, so
trying to
he
find
might
more
take this
information towards
space
that
here,
CT
and he
side,
might
a
feel
deeper
pretty
hole,
free
but
to use his
Chronicle
ult.
to find that first port of contact.
see.
Leo's found him. That's Nuki gone. And now 2v2. Do they know Cloud? Do they consider
Crossfire's
this?
nice, though.
Surely they do.
Hoodie gives away his position, but
The wall.
yeah,
It's gone
Fnatic
up.
are going to know that there's a second player here because of the drone.
Yeah, absolutely. How do they deal with it? The walls.
Nicely
Lovely angle
done,
for
Cloud
Hoodie in the
moving
end,
back
actually,
to use his
work
ult.
with. And Hunter
Damn,
Fury
Hoodie did
feels
great
almost like an
here.
overinvestment, but it gets
This is
the
a good
job
round
done.
from them. I
Giants
liked the
just
reaction.
about making up to 2 here,
I liked
but
the
there's a
reaction once
lot
they saw the
invested
Viper
behind
ult
it.
as well. I thought this
Absolutely.
was pretty cool.
Set up a very, very deep crossfire there from Yellow all the way into spawn.
In terms of
Close
money,
that
dude,
one
I,
out.
do you know what? In these EMEA games,
Yeah,
I
this
hardly
is
have
almost
to
what
look at
you've
the
wanted
money
from
because
some of
everyone
these
can just
B-side
always
hits there.
buy because they're all doing
The
this.
pit comes through and Giants
We have
finally
one light
dig a
armor,
little
one
deeper.
heavy armor in terms terms of Leo. He was the first to buy it earlier as well.
Presence into a lot more control on B site. Again, historically, it's been Boaster punishing from that snowman position. So maybe the indicator is the fact that the pick comes through onto default.
Yeah. Durka. Again, just finding so much early damage. Fatinho walking away with tail between the legs really here. Not having really as much as I wanted out of him. Again, love to see a Fatinho performance, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be, at least in this map. And Durka really not given a reason to back away yet. Still has the ability to dash out, which he's now feeling, and you're right.
Oh my god, no way. That's so unlucky.
As he can. Does get removed from the
What's that lineup? They've got a lineup to clear barrels here. Rhyme almost exposing to the angle ahead of that.
Yeah, it's so funny they used the lineup to clear the place that he nearly got killed from. That's a big kill though.
We'll actually find the opening.
Yeah, that's a straight up just solo kill. Fatinho going for the wall and winning a duel.
Maybe a plant could be next on board because they've been denied so many of these. This time it looks safe. Nothing to stop it. No, trade is there. Kamik's the one to find.
Does have double molly.
And now this is
nice
this guy's
shot. Dude, that gives him the ult. Oh
Two
my.
quick kills and Hoodie's dead. Rhyme and Cloud are just a bundle of nerves, surely trying to hold on to this. Cloud,
he played nicely done. Okay, impressive round from the
has to back away and respect what's happening now.
The snake bite lands.
The snake bite is so ratty. Diffuse started. Leo immovable. He is not backing off this. It's diffused.
Oh, nicely done. Damn good retake. Kamik did everything here. Nice little molly on top of this as well, because it's the only corner that kind of survives when you ult here. It's like this. So that was pretty cool. Plant just wasn't there. But you can't really blame them for the plant not being there, because they didn't think that this guy was going to get 2 kills. So yeah, in terms of the plant, it's like
I didn't know this guy's name before it, but I certainly do now.
it would be too hindsight to even talk about it, because who thinks he's going to get 2 kills there?
Anywhere, searching, and he finds absolute gems like this. Leo, headline star as it stands, but
that was good round from him.
Certainly a wonderful performance.
Very disciplined as well from
Kamik. The walkabouts from Durka just doing him
gets the kill, gets out. There's a slow at heaven, so they can't swing afterwards. Damn it, they really do have just everything down, don't they?
Hasn't come through just to get Durka into nest. This time around, capitalize on it. There's going to be no counter swing from the top of Ramsdale. Actually, Durka might get a second.
Fine for Llama. Yeah, it's last round though, right?
Another opener for him.
He's had a couple of successes here towards this side. That's great. Leo is here though, opting to back away from this. Doesn't want to try and go for some sort of heroics. Yet to hear that spike being planted as well. Rhyme, careful.
Shot dart should land this
one.
Actually, misses.
God.
Would have been perfect.
Rhyme gets his ult with this, but he's not in the best position to use it because could just have a swing from here.
Towards the site. Fatinho trying to buy space for it. Dead. Kamik again. This guy is like a can opener. Just prying him open, and he's trying to Boaster with a trade for the lockdown. He's going to be going in. It's gone.
Boaster just shot
it. The diffuse towards half.
Wow, Boaster just killed the ult. How are they? They are very calm in these situations. That's another one you look
back at. That's a frustrating round to lose. The lockdown gets to under a second left.
That's a very impressive half.
Completing.
And
Fnatic
Giants helped them with that one round, but other than that,
yeah,
this was very impressive from Fnatic.
Just unbelievable. Giants were absolutely battered throughout this game. I mean, a couple of looks, a couple of glimmers, but overall, I've got to say, for me, a little underwhelming coming into this. They never pressured that mid-positioning coming out or anything else, really. It felt flat for me.
No, and even very early on,
11-3 angle, do it back to them.
Yes.
Constantly sending bodies to defend that A site hit, and also digging out Reimer in a number of positions where you'd expect him almost to find value in that lurk.
I just wanted a little more from Giants, and I feel like I've been saying that for a lifetime when you look at the individual parts, but as a collective, as one machine, it never seems to quite line up. And yes, there were some opportunities. Yes, they did manage to get 2. It's certainly not over yet. But across the board, Fnatic's still looking marvelous to watch here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might have, Mano. I didn't stay on top of it fully.
You have to look
so yeah, you might be right for sure.
Really ask some questions, honestly.
Which ones would have stood out to you there?
I mean, a couple
he
of
played
rounds
very
towards
well
B-site.
for
Obviously,
his
that
fast
final round
ever,
there
like
with the lockdown coming in the
half
time
of
it
them.
did. Feels like that's when you have to drag across the line.
There was small things in there in terms of like his discipline and the amount of times he waited for someone else to take duels.
Yeah, hopefully they can actually readjust and come up with something a little bit, I guess, just I don't think it even matters you played Fnatic. I think just looking at it, it's going to be glaringly obvious and probably very frustrating. And I think you saw that, especially in the coach cams throughout this, watching this as that passive element to it that you can't have as much influence as you'd like.
Again, just to remind you all, you can speak at halftime, right? The coach is going to speak until the barrier goes down on the first pistol round and the second pistol round. Right, so in this 2 minutes, they can talk until the barrier goes down.
Possible, to be honest. It's such a huge deficit to build up.
It is, and by all rights, Fnatic I don't think are really just a one-sided team anymore. They don't just have, oh, we're just good at this, we're just good at that. No, not at all. They are the full package here. I think a lot of doubts got swept aside rightly.
I mean, Sage may have helped a little bit.
To see if it all came together. It did.
Please let us know if Phantom or Vandal. It's pretty 50-50 because Phantom is better against the 25 armor now, which is getting super popular. You have Harbor. Basically, Phantom against double controller is goated. But Vandal one-taps are
these
nice.
are the sort of scenarios where we would expect the sub to struggle, right?
Yes.
It's to be, off timing in terms of the rotations, not be there in terms of the synergies to line up some of these double swings, but absolutely phenomenal half from
For
him.
me personally, as an IGL like Boaster the Dream,
Yes. Clutch in a couple of scenarios,
very
but for
much
me, it's
so.
the discipline on display.
But Boaster also does a lot of stuff what I do, but I definitely wouldn't have got burnt out if I had someone like Boaster. I think it would have been cool.
So to see him come in and look as drilled as this in even just a handful of scenarios is a real positive for me.
No, it's brilliant to see. So
yeah, both teams can talk in timeouts.
Let's see what Giants can give us here.
Okay.
This has certainly not been a pretty viewing
Must
on
win
this map.
pistol for Giants.
Again,
I don't see them making this comeback. I'll put it
take
straight
from
out
that
there.
what you will.
Might be pretty obvious, but
And we lead
I'm
in.
just letting you all know.
Making no subtleties of this.
That's Fnatic's wall actually to cut off, or cut in half, Giants' defensive wall here.
They did this before in a round, and I can't remember if it was their pistol or if it was like a bonus, but I have seen this before, and I want to say it was Fnatic, but it could have been someone else.
With no flash or anything. It creates a little pocket to find a safe plant here.
Damn, the molly back at sight as well.
Right? Like,
oh my god, Durka got so much there, and he gets all this damage off. Did Nuclear have armor as well? I think he might have, I'm not sure.
It means that nobody can pressure on the backside of this Sage wall coming down. Beautiful execution from
It's
Fnatic.
dark in time.
Very creative way to actually
Yeah,
put this
and they go for the
wall
G2
attack.
plant again, just for people that are
deny
new.
some of
This
the
is called the
control.
G2 plant, right? You wall up, you
But
do the
Giants
plant
with
here.
stick coming through, I'm hoping there is
Looking
some-
pretty good. They have the
Yes,
side
yes,
of
they
the
might
side of the wall
The
here
half
to
comes
play
already,
with.
very
When
early
does this side of the
Very
wall
nicely done.
disappear?
Just noting that was available.
Side of the wall
That was actually
disappears.
something
Should
they
be a
could
little
go
bit
towards. But
easier to
now
spam
here
the
they go. Anyone
plant
else
now.
gonna be able to actually danger? Make any danger of this? No! Chronicle and Boaster are perfect.
Nicely done. Nicely done from Chronicle. Again, this right here that we just saw is a G2 plant, right? You do the wall up, it's pretty good. You just have the sliver, and then this is default, obviously, anywhere between here and here, and then this is Fnatic plant.
Yeah,
And the kind of plant meta evolved a lot in terms of this map. So there was like default plant at the beginning, then people created the G2 plant, and then when the G2 plant like this was just getting spammed all the time, that's when the Fnatic plant came in. And normally all three of them have different walls.
Unobstructed behind the Sage wall. The time if it comes down,
They're gonna force buy maybe, let's see.
Beautiful stuff, really tight.
Yeah, they force buy into this, and it's
sadly for Giants,
it's not
they can't
great.
really afford to try and leave this any longer, can they?
So yeah, this is the wall. So this is the wall for your G2. This is the wall for your default, and then this is the wall for Fnatic. So I'll leave that up for a little bit for people who want to know. Fnatic's this one.
That's pretty
I'll do
dead.
nothing there.
Oh, come on, Fatidia, right back to him. Stunning shot. Not gonna get another.
Topside plant's always
Yeah.
been there as well. It's like an additional one.
Look, it was an exciting short life. But now the realism setting in here. There was still a minute left to play with. Kamek, we'll see how you fare here. Temptation beckoning. Gonna hear the step away.
Oh hey,
Sides
oi,
to show off once again. This guy's a talent for sure.
Yeah,
50
he's good.
seconds. Ball's gonna go up. No threats really to deny.
It's pretty calm.
I mean, even if it was what it's going to be Spectres or a Stinger to try and pressure behind the Sage wall. It's way more difficult to chip away at that.
Yeah, the triple headshot
Just be a Spectre
sounded
and a
pretty
Sheriff.
satisfying.
Cloud and Nookie to try and find this, but a 2v4 as well.
Yeah, the double stack just at the back of yellow. Quite nasty to handle. You can see it properly in action here. Yes, you do. So trying to clear towards the back of yellow wasn't going to be a successful task. Nookie tries to make a go of it. It's 12 for Fnatic.
Well,
One more to go.
It's a big number, chat.
And Icebox
10 rounds
once
to
again
close this out. And in terms of the Giants
their
buy,
own.
it's horrendous.
Really looking incredibly strong.
Their money's in the
It
bin.
was ever in doubt.
We get a good buy from
I mean, historically, this
Fnatic.
was their
This
home,
should
right? This is
be
where they first really started
an easy closeout.
innovating
We'll
in
see.
terms of mixing things up and pulling some strats out of the bag, but this is clinical.
Yeah.
From the longest to the
Fnatic.
shortest map, yeah, actually.
Barely putting a foot wrong so far, and unfortunately, I mean, we'll come back to the same point, right? Giants didn't really test them in the first half, and here there's just not enough of a buffer to really switch things up on attack, have any sort of adjustment period for how Fnatic are going to approach this half.
Yeah, this has very much been a whimper for me from Giants, and a little unfortunate, so I do hold them in high regard when I'm talking about potential. The ones I had down as having more likely of an upset today, but Icebox really quite a treacherous ground to walk in against Fnatic. So once again, looking towards the B side.
That's actually a pretty good question. I'll give you that, Sabina.
Really
that is a good question.
Sage wall coming down. Cropical's going to get the plant. Such a big contrast to see the ease that Fnatic can find this plant on B site.
And I think you're right.
Look at them as well. They're so ready for the retake dart that's most likely to come in.
Sadly, Giants desperate to do, and Fnatic making
Double
look
swing
like a walk in the park.
from the
And
dash.
once again, the double stack towards yellow pays off.
Look at them. Look at how. Look at their positioning. It's so
Nice
good.
swing
How
from
is Cloud done that though?
Takes out both of them.
That was
It ain't over
disgusting.
yet. Leo's still holding towards yellow. You still got Kamek trying to chip away a little bit, but
Maybe.
there's fights in Giants. Finally around with a bit of fire, but a tap from the spike draws the attention. It's all just Boaster. One,
Oh my goodness! What the hell was that?
Okay.
What was that first?
Oh my god, that was crazy. Okay, they get one,
Yeah,
and in theory, that
beautiful.
I mean,
you almost want him to win the 1v3.
it was one of the better chances.
It
It was definitely one of the better chances considering the guns.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, that one was really clean.
able to get this done. Kamek, I'm unable to find any value in that lurk. That would have been a huge pivot point in that round for Fnatic.
Let me try and remember those games real fast.
Actually, sticking to the old faithful, we're going to carry across into the next as well.
If it worked once.
I don't think so.
Weaponry on board here for Giants. Two Stingers, a Bulldog.
Oh man.
The Blade, Storm, Cloud. I mean, yeah,
Dude, he's hitting some shots for sure. In terms of this, just a low buy for Fnatic, so good chance for Giants to get into this, maybe get some economy so they can make sure they can buy every single round here.
I dare you. And I know now said that it's going to go wrong. They've actually gone for the res here too.
We're going to talk about comebacks on Icebox and Fnatic are playing. Really?
The
We're going there already.
The audacity, I know. Okay, Coutinho is dead. Leo's found a second.
Oh, no.
Okay, Nookie. Get to the
Oh.
What is Booster doing? What are these shots?
Oh my god, he walks on water. What is this?
Booster!
Nookie's 20 HP!
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. There's a plant. It's all good.
Oh my god,
Oh my god, he dinked him to 7.
7 HP. He's 7 HP. What the hell was that from Nookie? He doesn't even know what he's done.
That angle through screens never gets value when you try and wallbang him, but he
But
finds a headshot here. Chronicles
Did you
wins
see
the
his
job as
face?
well.
Did you see his face when he missed it?
Travis
That was
horrible.
funny.
He could be the one that gets the round win. Nookie, 20 HP.
Oh my
Oi,
god!
Come on!
oi, 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 what has
That's how
Boaster
it
done